Hello, welcome to the weekly wind-up with myself, Emma Kirke. The loss of a child is incomprehensible and the devastation can become consuming and destructive. Today I'm joined by Martyn Gill, who tragically lost his daughter. But he's here to tell us about what happened to him in the aftermath and how he has managed to turn his life around with a very, very positive cause. Welcome to the show.
Hi Emma, thanks for having me.
Are you okay talking a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, so in 2007, my daughter Naomi suffered a brain hemorrhage while playing rounders at school.
Okay. And was that something that you have in your history in your family?
No, we later identified that Naomi had a weak blood vessel, which was just a ticking time bomb waiting to go off, so it could have happened at any time.
Was she very active?
No, she was a typical teenager. So if you call very active being in your bedroom on your phone most of the time, then yeah. Oh, okay. But when she was at school, she obviously used to like getting involved in the sports and stuff, particularly obviously the rounders, and she just actually scored a rounder for her team at that stage. So.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, it was an incredible shock for you and your family.
Yeah, devastating.
What happened to yourself afterwards?
I think for a long time we were in a bubble. It was hard to understand and make sense of what had actually happened. Obviously, Naomi had gone to school that day and never returned home, so it was really difficult for us to even wrap our heads around it, probably to start off with. But what I found then as I was coming out of the side of the bubble and understanding that, you know, this wasn't going to change, I distanced myself from pretty much everybody and threw myself into my rugby, which obviously was my shining light in terms of being able to have some focus. But what I didn't realise at that time is I was falling into depression and into quite a deep and dark hole.
How did you realise that's where you were?
Cards on the table. I started having suicidal thoughts. It came to a stage where I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue living, and you know that at that stage I kind of realised that this is quite deep. This is, you know, I'm in a mess, and I've got two decisions. You know, either take my life or I kind of come back fighting and try and build a life for myself again.
So what did you do? What was your course of action once you realised that's where you were?
So the thing is, it's really weird because even though I was sinking into depression, my rugby coaching career was actually going the other direction. I'd been coaching at my local rugby team, the team I'd supported since a boy at Castleford Tigers, then went up to Gateshead Thunder, and so that was going in one direction, but my personal life was going in another. And I actually thought, is rugby my way of being able to do something, of being able to rebuild my life? I've always been interested in business. My daughter had a passion for wanting to work with children when she grew up, and I kind of started to think, is there a way that I can tie all the things together, give myself a real focus, and that's what I did. I look at setting up a programme that would allow me to keep my daughter's legacy alive by getting children active, but at the same time using rugby as a way that was something I knew, something I liked, something I enjoyed, as a way to actually try and rebuild my life.
So tell me about that concept. You've got this business now, which is on the back of something tragic, but you've made such a positive impact for a lot of people I know already. Yeah. How are you? How many days in a week do you have? You're very, very busy, aren't you?
Yeah, it pretty much is from morning till night. I sometimes get into bed and then just think, okay, you need to sleep. Yeah. Okay, these are the few hours where you've got to switch off, Martyn. I'm not saying I'm successful in that all the time. Sometimes it just feels like I've got into bed and then got straight back out and carried on. But it's very demanding, but at the same time, it's given me that focus and it's given me that drive and given me that spark back in life that I needed.
If you didn't have that as a focus, dare I ask, where do you think you might be?
Being honest, I could be dead. It is. So
it's vital for you right now to have this.
I wouldn't say right now. I'd say back then, yes. Yeah. I'm in a completely different space now. I've obviously addressed the mindset side of things. I've worked with some coaches who've obviously allowed me to understand the reason why I think the way I do, but also give me that ability to drive myself forward. But yeah, I think, you know, completely different space now. You know, I've got the zest back for life. You know, it is a way of us being positive now. I can see the good work that we're doing. But yeah, if I haven't had started this, I genuinely don't know.
Did you have much support from the NHS?
I think because we are a business, it's been difficult in terms of looking at the options down those routes. But you know, in terms of what we stand for, we've obviously looked at other options of how we can do things. So we're not just a commercial business. You know, we do go above and beyond and actually look at how we impact the community that we work in. But no, not necessarily any direct affiliation with the NHS. We've partnered with the likes of like Change for Life and things like that to obviously look at how we can improve people's lives.
Because it is what it is. I know it is in the news. You know, trying to get children moving more because they're quite sedentary with their hobbies now, aren't they?
They are.
So you know, there might be a connection where that's kind of. It's certainly in schools as well.
Definitely.
How many centres do you have already?
So we currently have in the region of 25 to 30 centres. That's a number of that are owned directly by the head office, but we've also franchised it out. So we have a small team of franchisees as well that are currently building their programme. So we start from the northeast, work our way down to Yorkshire and across to the northwest at the moment. But the plan is to obviously take it UK wide.
Is it focused around those areas because that's where rugby league is popular?
So I'm obviously a rugby league man myself. But you know, we have people in the business that are obviously rugby union as well. Okay. So I think the ages that we work with, we are just rugby. Right. You know, this is just a way of us engaging children in fun physical activity, making friends, getting them active, developing skills. And that for me is, I'll be honest with you, whether they stay in rugby or they go play football, ballet, cricket, whatever. I think it's just vital that we've got them on that right path. We've got them moving, we've got them active, we've got them in an environment where they can develop skills with children their own age, because I'll be honest with you, these are 2-3-year-olds. You've either got an older sibling or a younger sibling, but necessarily not any interaction with other children. So getting them right, getting them prepared for school, it's, you know, all these things are a part of the programme that we build.
That was going to be my next question.
Oh,
what kind of
apologies.
What kind of age groups are we talking about?
So we start with them
you said 2?
Yeah, so we start them from as young
quite
as
young, isn't
start
it?
them from as young as 2 years old. So when you said the hereditary, it's you know, it's kind of like we don't keep 2-year-olds still for very long. Let's just say we have to have a few games in that 30 minutes because after 30 seconds the attention span's gone and we have to move on to the next thing.
Who do you have that are leading these centres?
So we have a number of centres that we currently still own ourselves. So we've got a dedicated team of coaches that we've obviously recruited, and then we obviously have a team of franchisees that build their own business and recruit local coaches in the area to obviously then. And when you say
coaches, do you mean specific rugby coaches?
Not necessarily. So I think, you know, initially when we first started, we were very much, you know, we want rugby coaches, you know, we want people that have obviously, you know, been there, done it. But actually, as we've evolved, what we've found is we just want really good people that are good with children. The rugby skills we can obviously develop and we can teach. It's more important that we actually get those people that can engage a class of children and are probably a little bit mad, if I'm honest.
You know? You see, I have the madness,
yes.
That's fine. I'm just not sure about the children in that level of quantity. It's a very, very specific kind of job, isn't it? You've got to have a certain kind of want and passion for it.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. Even though we're a business, I think anybody that's involved in our programme at the moment, we don't see ourselves as a business. We are, you know, we're very obviously driven, but we are a rugby club first and foremost. We see ourselves as a team, and I think anybody that we bring into the programme is about, it's not necessarily about the money, it's about, I want to make a difference, I want to, you know, I want to encourage these children to get fit, I want them to get active, I want to see smiles on their faces. So I think it's very much a calling in terms of, you know, you've got to want to be able to do that. You've got to have an interest in getting kids active.
It sounds fantastic. I'm going to pop down, I think, and just see what it is you guys actually do.
No, that'd be fantastic to have you along.
How can people support you?
So obviously you can look at our website, which is rugratsrugby.co.uk. We obviously detail everything that we do and the classes that we do on there. I think for us it is just a case of helping us spread the word. We're obviously quite active on social media, so anything that you see that might take your interest, if you've got children that are, you know, not even 2 yet, you know, it might be a case of they're coming up to 2 years old, you know, just
they're never too young to hold a rugby ball.
No, mention it to your friends, you know, and help us just share and get as many children active as we possibly can.
That's fantastic. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am. I think it took a long time to get to that stage, but yeah, I can take credit now for it and actually think, you know, we've created something very special here. And we opened a new centre at the weekend, and I got a little bit emotional because, you know, it's another new centre that I know that we've just got another number of children active, and you know, I can take pride in that now, which is fantastic.
And I think, like you say, the more you move forward,
yeah,
and the more impact you have throughout the UK.
Yeah. Well, people say to me, it's like, you know, because business has their own challenges as well as working with children and running a kids program. But people say to me, you know, well, you know, if it's not where you want it to be, when's the decision of you failing or quitting? And I'm just like, it never even enters the head. It's just a case, if you don't get this, it's just like, I'm all in on this. This is going to be successful. We are driven by getting kids active and getting them moving. So it's, you know, this for me is just the purpose now. It's my purpose in life is to keep that legacy alive for Naomi. You know, for every child that I see come into the programme, see smiling, see leaving happy with a sticker, you know, that for me is kind of going, we're doing this together. This is for you. That's
phenomenal. Thank you very much for coming to talk to us.
No, thank you very much for having me along. It's
been an absolute pleasure chatting.
Excellent.
And I wish you every success.
Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks.
That's all we have time for today. If you wish to discuss this or any other topic you see on KLTV, our contact details are on the screen. Thank you for watching. I'm Emma Kirke. Goodbye for now.